See, before starting the class, I want to clear on some doubt. Okay. See, 11th portion is very important. You should know the fundamentals. See, according to our subject, that is commerce concept, if you know the ABC only, you can write the paragraph. Likewise, if you know the 11th accountancy basics only, you can know what is the what you can write in the 12th standard. Okay, you should know what is journal, what is ledger, what is subsidiary books. Okay, what is depreciation and what is the final account, that is trading account, profit and loss and balance sheet. If you know all these concepts only, you can jump on to our 12th questions. Okay, because other subjects are not theory oriented, you can learn. But maths and accounts, it's not like that. If you know the fundamental basics only, we can deal with the 12th. Okay. See, I want to clear some doubt also. See, if we are not, we cannot say that 11th standard portion is not there. Okay, it may be or it might not be. But if they ask to learn the 11th standard portion only 4 months. Okay, only 4 months. If he doesn't concentrate on the 11th subjects, we are not able to write our 11th exams. Okay, for 12th standard you got 1 year, so no problem. You can we can finish the portions up within 3 months. Okay. So, try to have some clearance. Okay, you should know the 11th fundamentals. After finishing the 11th fundamentals only, I will move on to the 12th. Okay, make it clear on that concept. Okay, so now in the last classes I have read about the subsidiary books number 1. In that subsidiary books number 1, we have discussed about the purchase book, sales book, purchase return, sales return, and what is that, the journal proper. Okay, so subsidiary books number 1, it has a mandatory that a credit transaction only should be taken into account, and any assets, okay, any assets purchased will not be taken into account. Okay, only these two rules that it is mandatory for the subsidiary books number 1. Okay, it is a reverse. Okay, it is a reverse of the second concept, subsidiary books number 2. Okay, in this book we will deal only with the cash transaction. We will not consider any credit transactions. Okay, and in this book we are going to prepare the single column, double column and triple column, and the last one is petty cash. Okay, 4 concepts you should know. Okay, the single column, double column, triple column and the petty cash book. Okay, the single column cash book. What is single column cash book? It's a very simple. Only the rule is only one rule. Credit transaction should not be taken into account. Okay, credit transaction. For example, purchased goods from Ram. What is the journal entry you will write for this? Yes, you will write purchase to Ram. So, this transaction should not be considered in preparing the subsidiary books number 2. Okay, how you can differentiate subsidiary books number 1, subsidiary? In the question itself they will ask. Okay, prepare purchase book, prepare sales book, prepare single column cash book. Okay, in that question itself the word illustrates. Okay, word says a cash book. Okay, so it is a cash book means it is a subsidiary books number 2. Okay, with this we will move on to the example sums. Okay. You should know the pattern. Page number 174. Page number 174. I am working out the illustration problem. So, in the books of, write the heading, in the books of Guna. Okay. Write the heading, cash book, single column. Okay, single column. So write the pattern, date, write receipts, write LF, amount. So this is the debit side. And this side also same, date. This side receipts means this side is payments. What all the expenses that we have made, okay? And this side also LF and amount. Okay, it's a amount. Date, receipts, LF, amount, date, payment, and LF and amount. Okay, draw a tabular column format. Right, this side is debitor and this side is creditor. 2017 Jan 1. Okay, Jan 1. Cash in hand. What is meant by cash in hand? It is money which is brought down at the end of the previous month. For example, I am telling, in the month starting, first month we will used to get a salary from our father. Okay, we will get in a 15,000. Okay, 15,000. After meeting all the expenses on the month, at the end of the January 31st, a mom will have the balance of remaining 4,000 or 5,000. Okay, this 4,000 or 5,000 will be brought to the next month. Okay, along with the next month's salary. Okay. For example, it can be in a 3,000 after meeting all the expenses. The mom will used to have a balance in her hand is 3,000. Okay, the February month, the father is going to get in the same salary 15,000. This 15,000 plus 3,000 will be added. Okay, so that is what is the amount which is left out at the end of the month will be carried out to the next month. Okay, that is called the cash in hand. Likewise, this Kunal is running some business. In the business, on the December 2016, he has in 31st, he has what is the cash? 11,200 after meeting all the expenses. He doesn't know what it is actual value, actual cash that is in the December 1st. But we know the information on 2016 at December 31st, after meeting all the expenses, he had a cash of 11,200. Since this 11,200 will be brought down to the next year, that is on the January New Year on 2017, he has a cash in hand. So anything which is brought down, you have to write in here to balance brought down. This what is to balance brought down? It explains that it is in a cash in hand. B by D. Okay, what is the B by D is? 11,200. Okay, the next on 5 received from Ramesh. What he is going to receive? He can receive cash only. Okay, so anything, from the business, anything cash is coming into, we have to debit. Okay, you should know what it is. It is a cash to, I am writing here. Okay, a cash to Ramesh. Cash to Ramesh. We are entering in the cash book. Okay, I don't the cash book you used to get in a to Ramesh. Okay, see it is in all the basics. Okay, it is in all basics because in the ledger we used to know that. We used to know this format. Okay, if you are very well thorough in the ledgers only, you cannot do like in a kids. Okay, each and every time you need not to prepare the journals and you need not to hide down what it will come in the debit side, what will come. If you are well thorough in the lecture, you can directly derive the sum. Okay, cash to Ramesh. Okay, I am writing on January 5 to Ramesh. To Ramesh, 300. The next one is paid rent. Okay, paid rent. What is the journal entry? Rent account debitor to cash. Okay, to cash we are going to hide down. So we will write by. Okay, what is the date? Date is 7. So by rent. The rent is 30. Okay, I will explain also rent account to cash account. Okay, hide down the cash. If it is in the upper side, in the debit side, you have to write by. Okay, so that only I am writing here on by rent. On 8th, sold goods for cash. Okay, what is the journal entry? Cash to sales. So 2. What is the date? 8. To sales. To sales is 300. The same 300. Okay. Then paid Morgan. Okay. For the Morgan, we are somewhat, what is it? Kunal has bought something for him. We are paying in some payment. So paid Morgan. So Morgan account to cash. Okay. So write 10 by Morgan. Okay. 700. The next 27 purchased furniture. They specified what they have bought. Okay. So you should not write purchase to cash. They have specified purchased furniture. So furniture account to cash. So write 27th. Buy furniture. Buy furniture. It is 200. Okay. Then last concept. 31st, he has paid the salaries. Okay, to his workers. Okay. So what is the journal entry? Just salaries to cash. So 31st date also buy salaries. Okay, what is the amount? Salaries is 100. Okay, yes. That's all. We have finished all the entries. Okay. First, second step, you observe which side will get in a higher value. Okay, it is 11,200. If you will get this side is 11,800. Okay, and this side, coming on to this side, we will get 1,030. Okay, this side we will get in 11,800 and this side we will get in 1,030. Okay, we have to write the value which is higher on both the sides. Okay, leave some spaces. Write 11,800. Okay, in this column also you write 11,800. Okay, but as it in the liabilities we have to get in an equal manner. So both the area you should get 11,800. So what you have to do? We have to carry some values. Okay, this 11,000 in the side, in the rough only you have to do. Okay, you should not write here. In the rough pages you write 11,800. Okay, 1,030. Okay, you will get and you will get an answer of 10,770. 10,770. Okay, so this side only we got an lowest values. Okay, right at the end of the month date. Okay, it is the January. So what is the January last date is 31st. So 31st by balance. Okay, it is C by D. What is C by D? It is carried down. In order to bring down the 11,800, we have carried down the value because from the highest value, the area which we got on the lowest value have to be detected and you will get a 10,770. Okay, see, you should not make a mistake. You should not add and put the value over here. Okay, what my point? You should do this calculation on the rough pages only. Okay, so 11,800 minus 1,030 you will get in at 10,770. So this 10,770 is the closing value of the January. This closing value have to be bring down to the next month. What is the next month? It is February 1. On the next date you write February 1 to balance B by D. Yes. The next to this. Okay. The next to this. 10,770. Okay. 10,770. That's all. This is the sum. Okay. In the ledger we used to prepare each and every accounts. But it is not like that. Only if you prepare cash book, that's enough. Okay. What you followed the procedure which you followed in the ledger, in the cash book only the same. Okay, you need not to prepare a Ramesh account or sales account or furniture account or sales account or more. This will be followed in the ledger only. But it is in the substrate books. Only we need to concentrate on the cash book. Okay, it's a very easiest sum. Okay, next we will move on to the double column. Page number 179. The next sum is page number 179. So same procedure only, in the amount column only you draw a 2 lines. Okay, double column means when only one thing will be added. Okay, one that is discount. Discount allowed and discount received. Okay, discount allowed and discount received. So in this debit column you write discount allowed and cash. Okay, discount allowed and cash. And this side also draw as 2 lines, center lines. So discount received. Okay, this is discount received and it is cash. Okay, double column means in the double column you are going to concentrate on the discount allowed and the discount received. Okay, on 2017, the page number illustration 2, 3. Okay, the example sum 3, page number 179. Okay, cash in hand. I've told you the previous sum about the explanation for what is cash in hand. If you observe what cash in hand, you straight away write without wasting the time. Write to balance B by D. Balance B by D. To balance B by D. 11,500 in the cash column. Okay, yes. Next one. On January 5, paid to Ramanathan by depositing in cash deposit missile 300 and discount allowed by him. Okay. Without what you say, you should understand the question. Okay. If you observe the word discount allowed, you need not directly go and don't write 10. It can make a mistake. Okay, discount allowed by him. You should know the meaning of by to from. Okay, paid to Ramanathan. So we are paying as a business people. We are paying to Ramanathan. Okay, in the cash deposit machine. Okay, what is the journal entry for the Ramanathan? You will write Ramanathan to cash. Okay, Ramanathan to cash and discount is allowed by him. So Ramanathan 300. Okay. What you will do? You will write on January 5 by Ramanathan by Ramanathan 300. You will write it in the cash. Okay, it's no problem. But if you observe discount allowed by him, what you will do? You will come and write discount allowed as concept is here. So you will write 10 rupees here. Okay, it is wrong. Okay, it is discount allowed by him. So we are receiving, as a business people, we are receiving the discount. So it is called a discount received. So in the discount received column only you have to write. Okay, you should, discount is allowed by him. So Ramanathan is an outside person and we are the business people. We have received a discount. So here this concept is, whole concept is only is made for the business, not for the accountant, made for the Ramanathan, because Ramanathan may be an outside person, he is the third person. He is third person. We have bought some product. For the product, he is giving a discount. So that is 10 rupees discount. We have to write in the discount received. You should not confuse with the discount allowed and the discount received. You should know after the discount allowed and by or to or a from. Okay, you should know it. The next. January 8th, purchase goods for a cash. So January 8th, it is a buy purchase. Buy purchase goods for cash. Okay, cash. You should know it. Well, it is a cash or the credit transactions. The next, cash received from Rajagopal. Okay, cash received. Okay, what it is debit, what comes in. So cash to Rajagopal. Okay, so you write on the date January 10th. To Rajagopal. What is the amount? 980. Okay. A discount allowed. Generally, I have given a discount allowed. We are writing in the debit side only. If you are writing in the debit side, whether it is a discount allowed or if they have simply have written a discount, so no problem. If you write in the debit side, any discount you can write directly. Okay. You can directly write, okay, don't confuse it. In this question, they have not given discount allowed to him or discount discount buy from him or discount to him, like that they have not given. But you should know, in the debit side only we have written. So in the debit side it is 100% discount alone only. Okay. Then sold goods for cash. We can write on 15th entry 2 sales. Cash 2 sales. So we are writing in the journal of cash book. So you can write 400. Okay, then paid cash to Shanti, discount received. So Shanti, Jan 21 by Shanti. $295. Okay, discount received. They have not mentioned the words by or from. It is in the credit side, so it is 100% discount received only. 5. Paid wages. Okay, 31st. By wages. By wages, 50 rupees. Paid to Sanjeev in full settlement of his account. In the previous exercise itself, I have explained you. If you observe the word, if you notice the word full settlement, it got some discounts. Okay, it got discounts. So paid to Sanjeev on 31st. It's on the same date by Sanjeev in full settlement. How much he has to pay? 390. But actually he has to pay 400. So what is this? Here they have not mentioned discount, but you have to find it out whether it is a discount or not. When you observe the word settlement. So it is a 400. So 390 only have actually paid. So what is the discount? We have received at 10 rupees. Okay, we have received at 10 rupees discounts. Okay. Next step, that's all. Next step, it's over. Don't confuse with the discount and cash column. Discount account, you can directly write. Okay, it is here only 20 and here you will get 25. Okay, this is not, you need not to have enough balances or not. See, this cash column you have to make a total. Okay, the same procedure what we followed in the simple single column. Okay, you add this area also, and if you observe debit side only, it's a more. What is it more? 12,880. Okay, 12,880. Write it in the here also 12,880. Okay, you will add. Okay, 700. Okay, 1,390. Okay, 12,880. 1,390. If you get deducted, you will get 11,445. That is on 31st. It is in a by balance C by D. Balance C by D 11,445. Okay. This side you will get 1,330. Okay, 1,390, and this side you got 12,480. Okay, deducted, and you will get the closing down value. It is January 1st. So February 1 to balance B by D, how much? How much? Whether 12,880 or 11,445. What is the value that we have closed down? That only compulsory have to be brought down to the next one. Okay? It is 11,445. 11,445. What my point is? This is the single column. I have not loved it. Okay, sorry. It is in a cash book with the cash and discount columns. Okay, right? Cash book with the cash and the discount columns. Okay, understood? It is single column and double column cash books. Okay, in the next classes, we will deal with the triple column. It is a big, little vast sum. Okay, in the next class, we will deal with the triple column cash book. Okay, after finishing triple column and the petty cash, this first volume will be get over. Okay, DRS statement, that thing need not to be worried. Okay, only 2 more concepts is there to finish the volume 1 book. Okay, I think that you all understood. Okay. Please work out the exercise problems, then only you can know. Okay, So please follow the videos. Okay, do the homeworks and post the homeworks. Thank you for the time sharing with me.